What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be going over the game against the Broncos. First official game under Mike Macdonald. The new era has begun, guys. It's here, and we started off with a bang. So let's hop right into it. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. All right. We started off with the dub, like I was hoping and I was expecting. And in the way that I was expecting as well, for it to be a close game. I had a feeling it was going to be a close game. I knew it wasn't going to be a blowout. It was, but the thing is, even though it was a close game, we were clearly the better team this game, which is fine because it's Mike Macdonald's first official regular season game as a head coach. So that's okay that he won against a potentially Hall of Fame coach. You can argue if he was carried by Breeze or not. That's up to you guys. But he beat a veteran coach that's won a Super Bowl. So that holds merit and it holds value, especially I know he's playing at home in one of a volatile stadium for opposing teams, but to go up against Sean Payton and somehow come out with a win, pretty nice. Although he was going up against a rookie quarterback who was making his season debut, and Bo Nix absolutely showed why college is a completely different, or I should say, why the NFL is a completely different world than college. And it wasn't just him today. Jaden Daniels had an okay debut, actually. He actually had a pretty good debut. But Caleb Williams, he didn't really have a flashy debut. He didn't really have, like, the stats he would put up when he was in college. Yeah, he didn't throw a pick or turn the ball over, which is good, which is what you're supposed to do. But he didn't have, like, flashy stats. I don't even think he threw for, like, 100 yards, or if he did, he barely did. So, 26-20, and let's hop right into the stats because I really want to talk about this and just talk about how we played. So the defense just could not let Bo Nix do anything, which is what our defense is designed to do, which is what Mike Macdonald's defense is designed to do. It's designed to confuse the quarterbacks. It's designed to make the opposing quarterback feel like there's more than 12 people on the field, or more than 11 people on the field. So, and that's what happened. I mean, we forced 2 interceptions, and we sacked the guy twice. We could have sacked him a little more, but you know what? We didn't have to. The reason being is because of all of the pressure we were able to get on Bo Nix. Bo Nix was not comfortable in that pocket. He was absolutely uncomfortable. We were constantly pressuring him, and even though we didn't get home a lot, the constant pressure forced errant throws. You saw that. Bo Nix could not complete a pass for a lot of the time, like a down the field pass. It was usually just a bunch of short throws that he would throw. Like, it would be like at the line of scrimmage or before the line of scrimmage. It wouldn't even be like a deep pass. I only counted like maybe 4 or 5 deep passes by Bo that game, and one of them got picked off. So, and by Julian Love. So this defense is showing promise, and Tariq Woolen got a pick, and Love got a pick. And I understand it's a rookie quarterback making his debut, but he's being coached by Sean Payton, so Payton would at least try to figure something out. And no, Payton couldn't do anything. Bo Nix couldn't do anything. 99 yards allowed for 4 carry, not bad. That's like an average. That's average. We'll take that. We didn't get diced on the run. We allowed a couple long runs, but other than that, I'd say we defended the run pretty well this game. So, but yeah, let's see here. Let's look at the defense. Firstly, let's move over to the offense for a second. First, we got to talk about the first half. That was abysmal. That was absolutely atrocious to see. Geno threw a pick on the second play. Granted, he got pressured, but still, He threw a pick on the second play. I was like, "Are you serious, man? Like, are you serious?" I was like, "No way. This is how it starts, and it's how it starts." But you know what? Better to happen then than later in the season, right? It's Mike Macdonald's first game, and things are bound to happen. But here's the thing: in the second half, we turned it around. We switched it around. Why? We ran the ball. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what Ryan Grubb was talking about. We need to run the ball, because you notice as soon as we started running the ball, more and more people were open. I mean, look at Charbonnet. That guy was wide open for a touchdown. Granted, that was probably a busted coverage. It was a wheel route that turned out to be a busted coverage, but that's what I'm talking about with we need to run the ball. Like, we do that, and we are going to set ourselves up for success in the passing game, and it worked in the second half. In the first half, we only ran the ball like 22 yards for like 9 carries, but in the second half, K9 got all those carries, and it had nearly 100 yards in the second half. Like, he ended the day with 103, and then Gino had that 34-yard rushing touchdown, longest of his career, and that was amazing. Charbonnet had a good game, not rushing, but like that touchdown was pretty nuts. It was really clutch. And Tyler Lockett, man, he gets the MVP of the game, because this guy clutched up. He really did. This guy really clutched up. That catch to seal the game, that he juggled it and still caught it. That was an insane catch, man. And props for him. I want to see us to get DK and JSN involved more, and I know they want to get involved more. And Fant, I want all these guys to get involved more in the receiving game. So that is very important moving forward, and I hope Ryan Grubb can continue to can scheme these guys open. But the thing is they probably were getting double teamed and stuff, and that left Tyler Lockett open a lot. So JSN did get a couple nice gains though early in the first half, but we got to give him the ball more. And same with DK. But other than that, but you know what? It's a brand new offense. It's a college offense, and that's being transitioned into the NFL. Obviously, it's not the same as it's not going to be ran the same as it was ran in college, but it's going to take time for it to see. It's going to take time for it to make itself known in the league, whether it's going to be a good offense, a mid offense, or a bad offense. So far, we kind of just showed we were mid offense with this showing, because we had a horrible half. I'll just say that, and then but in the second half we rebounded and we scored. But we adjusted, which is good. So let's see how we do week 2 against the Patriots. That's another weaker opponent. That let's see if we can start the year off 2-0, going into week 3 facing the Dolphins. So, but yeah, Gino 18 for 25. He was pretty accurate. He had a QBR of 70.9, because after that interception, he turned. It's that's the thing I like about Gino. He doesn't let the interceptions faze him. He just continues to play, and that helps him in the end. So, but yeah, I want to give co-MVP to Kenneth Walker, because K9, he absolutely carried a lot of this game. He really did. So him and Tyler Lockett get co-MVP for this game, in my opinion. We gotta talk about D. Williams. D. Williams sold by allowing that fumble. That's the stuff we can't allow. We can't allow that stuff. So I hope he can fix that. I'm sure Macdonald told him yo, that you can't let that happen. That we were gifting them points. We literally gifted them points. We literally had 2 safeties, and then interception, and then a fumble recovery. Stuff like that shouldn't happen. So hopefully Macdonald will discipline these guys better entering next week. The thing I like about our roster heading into next week is that we have 2 guys that played in the AFC East. Tyrell Dodson is from the Bills, who is a division opponent of the Patriots. And then Jerome Baker's from the Dolphins, a division opponent of the Patriots. So I like that. I kind of like that right there, because they could know the tendencies of the Patriots, even if it is a new head coaching style and just a completely new staff. It could, but not the completely new staff, because Gerard Mayo was the head coach and he was the coordinator before. But they could understand some of the offensive tendencies. So we'll see. But yeah, Julian Love had an insane day, man. He had 12 tackles, 10 solos. He had a pass deflection, and he had that interception. He had an insane game. Good on him. Dodson had a good game. 10 tackles, 9 solo, 1 for loss. Pass deflection. Witherspoon, good game. No one really targeted him. We didn't really hear his name, which is good. Let's see. Yeah. This all seems pretty standard. I mean, not bad. Jerome Baker had 5. He had a TFL. So Boye Mafe had 2 TFLs. I liked what he was doing this game. Had a QB hit too. So really nice to see. Let's see. Oh, he had a sack too. So yeah, like Boye Mafe is up next. And I feel like he could be potentially on the trajectory of a Pro Bowl year. And then Derek Hall had a sack too, which is nice to see. So our OLBs are producing, which is nice. But moving on, we're gonna go to winners and losers from the game. 68,000 fans, so that's definitely sold out. Over 68,000 fans. So the winners, the entire defense. Yes, absolutely. Like, they balled out. Like, even though they gave up that touchdown in the end, that was the only touchdown they gave up in the second half. And you know what? It's Mike. Like I said, it's Mike Macdonald's first game, and he still coached a hell of a game. So, like, you couldn't ask for a better performance from the defense overall. There is truly nothing scathing. Yeah, I mean, another thing, I've noticed people tackling correctly now. People are tackling, and they're tackling in a way that saves us additional yardage gains, but to get first downs. Like, there were multiple times where if we didn't tackle, that guy would have gone there was a couple missed tackles, but overall the tackling was perfect. There was a few times where if we didn't tackle, that guy would have gotten a first down. Like last year and the year before, and honestly the past few years, tackling has just been bad. And it's gotten better. Like, I'm liking the signs in this game. Leonard Williams had 5 QB hits. That's crazy. Boye Mafe had a sack, 7 pressures, and a TFL. Like, yeah, he could potentially have a Pro Bowl year this year. Like, I think he is on the trend to make a Pro Bowl. Yeah, safety play, insane. Like, yeah, Kayvon Wallace had that forced fumble, like, and Drayshawn Jenkins, he was clamps. I saw a couple pass breakups he did. Let's see. Yeah, Drayshawn Jenkins, I know he had I know he had a pass breakup, but he had some nice tackles. I know he had some nice tackles. He had all 6 solo tackles, which is nice. Yeah, and the linebacker play was really good, in my opinion. Like, they knew when to blitz, they knew when to drop back in coverage, they read the ball pretty well. I liked it. Definitely not, on the level of Bobby, but it's definitely better than what we've had the few years. So it was really good. Dodson and Baker did really good. And 6 straight 3 and outs. That's Mike Macdonald defense right there. Like, I know it's a rookie, but like 6 straight 3 and outs has got to be impressive, especially at the end. Like, it doesn't matter because it's not just the quarterback they're facing. There's other people they're facing. So that's insane. Yeah. I mean, he delivered because Ryan Grubb screamed him to give him the ball, and because that's what you got to do. You got to give him the ball. Yeah, Gino found him on a busted coverage. I knew it was a busted coverage. That's nice. And it was technically the game-winning touchdown. Yeah. So Geno Smith accounted for 34 of the 56. In the first half, Geno Smith accounted for 34 of the 36, 56 rushing yards, which it wasn't looking good. And then after halftime, Seattle had 94 yards from its running backs' 20 attempts. Geno was not, and then the success of the run game seemingly slowed down the pass rush, as Geno Smith was not sacked after halftime on 13 dropbacks. So that's what I like to see. Jason Myers converted 2 field goals, 3 PATs, perfect game today. So nothing to say there, but good job, great job. So I got to call out our offensive line. Our offensive line had a horrendous game. Lincoln Tomlinson, Anthony Bradford, and Stone Forsythe had horrendous games, and I'm honestly, I'm very disappointed in Anthony Bradford, because I had high hopes for him, and I thought he was going to be good. There were so many penalties he allowed. But Bradford did redeem himself on good run blocks. But pass protection was crazy. He had that holding penalty in the end zone that caused safety, unacceptable. I think Christian Haynes should have a potential. I think Christian Haynes needs to have a chance to start and show what he can do. And I hope Macdonald can realize that. And I think Macdonald will realize that, because he wants what's best for the team. So, full game of Forsythe at right tackle, not comforting at all. And hopefully George Fant is okay. We do need him, and they ruled him out pretty quick. And he needed to get help off the field, and it was a knee injury, so it's not looking good. Seattle's backup punter is JSN. Williams let another punt sail over his head, get down at the 1. He hasn't really done well in special teams returning, and that's been a nightmare. If he can't fix what's going on in special teams, we are going to have to bench him and figure something out, because we cannot have this. We're gifting the other team points by doing that. So special teams was a nightmare today. So special teams and the O-line definitely need to be fixed. And I'm not gonna blame that on Jay Harbaugh. I blame it on D. Williams, because he literally caused 2 times caused us to give them points. So Laviska Shenault, he didn't really do anything today, but you know what? I'll just chalk it off as he just started off with a bad game. So we'll see how he does next week, in the next couple weeks. Ticky-tack hold indeed. I thought K9 had his second touchdown of the day, and the refs did not like DK today for some reason, which is insane. One thing I gotta roast, and I won't say roast, but just comment on and just criticize a little bit. Why would you go for a 2-point? I understand you want to big up a field goal, but it's early in the game. There's no point in trying to go for a 2-point, Macdonald. So I hope he learns from that and not do that, because that's 27-13. What if Tyler Lockett dropped that pass, and we're up 26-20, but we could have been up 27-20 if we just went for the field goal or for the extra point, and they scored a touchdown. If they scored and after Tyler Lockett dropped that pass while we had 26 points, we would have potentially lost the game. So you gotta go for. You only go for 2-pointer conversions. I feel like you only go for 2-point conversions if it's in the fourth quarter. I feel like maybe end of third quarter if it's depend on the circumstances, but that was too early, and it was pretty ambitious. So, you live and you learn. Simple. I would give Geno a winner, because he bounced back and he didn't screw up after that pick. And that pick was really all his fault, because he got pressured, but he kind of threw it in a space where a defender could be. So it's kind of half and half. we need to pass protect better. It's simple as that, because I guarantee you JSN is open a lot, but Gino can't see him because he's constantly running for his life. You need to fix the O-line. So I don't know if it's Scott Huff coaching these guys, or if it's really just these guys like Bradford and Forsyth and Lakin Tomlinson just not being able to perform, but they got to get it together. So yeah, AJ Barner and Brady Russell, they did pretty good in blocking tight ends, I feel like, so pretty good. Yeah, yeah, Byron Murphy didn't really have the DTs really didn't have anything to do with this game, in my opinion. They need to step it up a bit, but the D line was able to get pressure a lot. So, but yeah, Draymond Jones was a non-factor. Yeah, I think this is not looking good for us with this Draymond signing, because he is just not showing that he can be good for us right now. So we'll see what he does. It's only week 1, so can't overreact just yet, and hopefully we get better. But I mean, we won the game, and we can move on, and hopefully move on to week 2 and look forward to getting a win. It'll be our first 10 a.m. game right off the bat, so we'll have to do something about that. So from Next Gen Stats, I'll talk about this. The Seahawks offense utilized motion on 78.9% of their plays against the Broncos, up from 53.2% in 2023. The highest mark in a game with Geno Smith as the starting quarterback, dating back to 2021. So that is impressive. Glad that we are doing motion, because utilizing motion is how you confuse defenses, and that way you can set yourself up to have a flat wide open or a crossing route wide open. So that's good to see, and I hope we can continue that. And offense struggled in the first half mightily, but it did bounce back in the second half. So let's see what happens entering week 2 when we go up against the Patriots, who actually do have a good defense. So, but I think that's all I have for this video. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.